What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sip Off, where we have drinks and talk all things basketball. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. It's a special Thursday. The men's tournament started today, so I know everybody is just deep in college NCAA ball, but there is news throughout the world of basketball. So let me go ahead and get everybody on so we can start discussing that. First, I have my co-host Jahan Phillips.
What
What's up,
up?
Jahan?
How are you?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
I'm alive.
You're alive.
That's all you can ask for some days.
Hey, yeah, no, that's a blessing in itself, you know,
Yeah.
for sure. All right, let me get on our next co-host. We have Anthony James. I'm on time. Brown,
Oh
um,
shit!
you know,
What's up with it?
on time.
It's a celebration.
It's a
Hey,
celebration.
I'm Rick
what do they
James.
say? You're on time if you're early. One band.
I'm on
I'm
time,
Rick
Um,
man.
James. I'm Rick James.
What's up, big dog? How
how's
y'all
your
feeling?
how's your week going?
You know it's going.
It's
It's
going
going.
all right.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all got low energy right now. Y'all
Nah.
acting like y'all acting like this is not the tournament right now. It's March
we,
Madness
we
and it's
we
lit right now. I need y'all to get y'all energy up right now. I know you're not drinking Jahan, but Anthony, what are you drinking? And you better not say nothing.
Nothing.
What you got? Are you serious?
you drinking that
Nothing.
420 beer?
The 420 beer?
I don't even have it close to me, but yeah, I'm on that. That's what
Ugh.
I'm on.
Y'all
But it's
get on
not even
my
close to
nerves.
me.
Y'all
I'm
get
just
on my
cooling, man. I'm
nerves.
vibing.
All right. Y'all weak. Y'all weak this week.
I'm trying
For
to.
real.
I'm trying not to get drunk, man, and be all faded all the time, man.
All right. Do what you do. All right, I'm gonna bring on the guest. I got Will Vogel in the house with us.
I-
What's up, Will?
You got to
How
give
we
me
Will,
a
you're
do?
little
drink.
How
I
more.
we
know you're
do?
drinking a little beer, right?
How
You're
we
drinking a
do?
little
How
beer.
we
Okay.
doing? Happy
Okay.
St.
Good yourself.
Patty's, y'all. Happy St. Patty's.
Happy St. Patty's.
Y'all
How we
acting like
doing?
it's not even National Drunk Day.
National
Happy
Drunk
St.
Day.
Patrick's Day.
Bro, that'd be the greatest holiday ever.
Right. All right. We got Joseph Jenkins in the building
So
with
what's
us,
going
and
on,
you
y'all?
know he got a drink.
Hey,
He got a
hey,
drink.
why Joseph come on here looking like Family Matters when he did that with the cup? He was like,
Yes.
it's
Love
a rare
it.
condition.
Oh, man, y'all. Shit. You
What's
didn't
up,
have to do
Jay?
him like that.
He always takes a
All right,
shot, so I'm
guys.
kind of
What
used
up,
to it.
Jay? What up,
Right.
Jay? My basketball's
All
brother.
right, guys. We got one more person in here with us. We got Cool McCain. What's up, Cool? Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
You
yeah.
already know what it is. Tar
Okay.
Yes,
Mother Loving
sir.
I,
Heels.
since I got
Let's
a
go.
panel full of Tar Heel fans, y'all go ahead and talk y'all's noise real quick. Go ahead.
All I have to say is bring it on, Baylor. Bring it on, Baylor.
Jahan, what do you think y'all's chances are against Baylor? Number one seed.
Um, biased. I think Carolina cutting next.
I think y'all are much better. I mean, obviously,
We're
you did
stronger
say
than
that, but
Baylor.
I think
We
y'all are
got more
stronger than a lot of
depth.
people give y'all credit for. I don't know if you're stronger than Baylor, but I think y'all are a way better team than a lot of people thought gave y'all credit.
Yeah,
We got more
yeah.
depth.
But
We got more
Or that.
depth.
if we look anything like we look today, I think we win big
I do too.
Okay,
I say
that's
plus
lit.
10. I say plus 10.
because Baylor's definitely injured, definitely injured. But I keep seeing Jay picture. I want to say rest in peace to Scott Hall, aka Razor
Oh
Ramon.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, definitely.
definitely a pioneer in the wrestling industry.
Oh, yes.
He said with the Drake.
We could beat anybody in the country. We could lose anybody in the country. Period.
Mm, okay,
I like that,
I
cool.
feel you.
I like that.
Okay, so I see Jahan's
That's as
tagline
real as
right
it
there.
gets.
I want to go ahead and address the topic of BG real quick before we jump into everything else. Basically, the only
Yeah,
WNBA
that was
news
a tough
at the
moment.
moment. This morning, we heard that Russia said that her detainment will last to a minimum of May 19th. And the season starts on the 6th. So obviously, this is several weeks into the season, a couple weeks into the season. I know yesterday we were hearing stories that we didn't know where she was at. She wasn't at the facility that we thought she was at, and basically they're just not communicating with us. And then this morning is when this news dropped about BG. So, everybody, give me your thoughts on what's going on with BG. Will, you want to start us off?
Yeah, it's some crazy shit. It's some crazy
Yeah.
shit, to be honest. Like, we talked about it the other day, Megan. I think it was you, me, and a few others. And she's been playing there for years, and like she should know like the rules and regulations in the country she's playing in, and like how to
I'm pretty
follow
sure she
them.
did.
And yeah, but you know what? It's just some crazy shit. I'm hoping for her sake she gets out sooner than then, because she is a great basketball player and she's fun to watch, and just I feel for her. That's some scary shit.
It is really scary, and
Especially that Russia is in a war with Ukraine and she's
right.
detained. So you got two problems. Russia's in a war with Ukraine, which is Ukraine's problem, but Russia's involved, so Russia. And then you got the detainment of Brittany Griner, which it's both. It's just utter chaos in my mind.
I completely agree. It's starting to look like, they are using her as a high-profile hostage at the moment. Is
Exactly
kind of
what
my
I'm
opinion.
thinking. Yep.
I'm definitely not ready to say she's guilty. She's been playing there for 7 years.
No, I'm not either.
So
I agree.
yeah, no
I
problem,
don't think
Tyler.
she's guilty.
We see
I
you.
don't. Yeah, I don't think she's guilty either.
I'm not gonna say I don't think she's guilty, but I'm not ready to say she's guilty.
I agree.
But she's been playing there for 7 years, so she knows what the deal is. She knows how the country operates.
Exactly.
It's nothing new. And then just magically this happens at the same time that we have all this going
This
on.
war,
And
yeah,
and that's the
exactly.
leverage, yeah.
How crazy is that? Just wow.
And I know everybody was like cracking jokes when it first happened because it was like, oh, she got in trouble for weed, and she should know better, and this and this and this. And then now it's starting to seem like, man, what if she's innocent? You know what I mean? What if she's innocent?
Yeah, what if she's innocent? Exactly. You never know. You're innocent until proven guilty.
In America?
It's the law.
In America.
In America,
Unfortunately,
Russia,
she's not in America.
Russia, who knows?
Um,
It could be guilty until proven guilty. Who knows?
Right. Joseph, what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, let's be honest. There's prison as bad as it is, but it's worse in different countries compared to the United States. And if you look at surveying the field in terms of prisons that have been considered the most ruthless, the ones that you do not want to get into, you think of China, you think of Russia. And so I honestly, be real, I'm scared that for her life. Like, I'm scared that she may not make it.
Definitely.
Like, to be totally honest with you, because I honestly, to your point, when you guys say set an example, I could see this as a leverage tool to United States. Like, if you guys want to intervene, we'll use her and show you what we'll do to you guys for stepping in on what we're doing here. And at this point,
Absolutely.
yes, she got in trouble or anything like that, but it's not like she killed somebody. It's not like she murdered somebody. It's not like she did anything like that. She just unfortunately made a mistake. That happens to all of us. But the problem is where she made the mistake in. People say play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No stupid prize should be death of that nature, which is honestly a real unfortunate possibility for her in this country. And the way I see it is, when Lonzo's brother got in trouble in China, Trump acted accordingly and got him out of there.
Yeah, he did.
He did everything he could. He threatened them to get him out of there. I feel like we could do the same for her under the same circumstance.
We weren't at war then. We weren't at war.
True, but no matter what we say, we are a superpower, superior to Russia for a reason. In a head-to-head battle.
I mean, I definitely don't think that they think that we're superior to them. I think Russia probably thinks we're on the same playing level if they're,
which we're not. We're ahead of them. We have more nukes than them.
Well, we're not going to debate that.
Not saying nuke. Not saying nuking them, but I'm just
Right,
saying.
yeah.
I'm just stating a general fact.
It's more so just like
Cool.
you care about your citizens. Show it.
Right. No, I feel you. I feel you on that. Cool. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think it's a little payback in a way by Russia, because you think about a lot of companies have pulled out of Russia, said we're not going to do business in Russia.
Right.
You're not going to do business in Russia. We're going to keep your chick over here, your high profile person, um, and we're going to stretch it out as long as we can. We're going to affect her, and we're going to affect her ability to play because you guys are trying to pull out on us. And then also, I mean, wrong place, wrong time for Brittany Griner. You just happen to be
Right.
playing over there. You happen to have, or allegedly have, some oils that contained herbal essence, and that's why you're being detained. And I mean, it's a different country, so there's no rule like, oh, you're innocent till proven guilty. This is Russia. We say you
Right.
did it, you did
Right.
it, until we say otherwise. And I mean, to the point that JJ made about her safety, they're going to keep her safe. And the reason they're going to keep her safe is she's no good to them dead. She's no good to them in bad shape. So they're going to keep her safe because she's a figurehead. She's just there to say, we got one of yours. So keep trying this if you want to. Then something bad could happen to her. And we're going to hold
Like
her
to
as long
stay
as we
out of
want
it
to. And
type
there's nothing we can
situation.
do about it. Well, not really
Real
sad,
quick, guys,
because I mean,
we want to introduce Tyler Ingram. What's up, Tyler?
What up,
What up?
Tyler? Can I
Hey,
say
What's up,
something
Mr.
real
what up,
quick?
T.I.?
Are we
Hey, Mr.
recording?
Get rid of
Queen?
My thing
Devontae
says
Adams. How you
scheduled
doing?
still.
Trying to hang in there, bro.
We're
Trying to
live.
hang in there.
We're live.
Okay, my thing just says scheduled still. Sorry.
Good. No, you're fine. And cool. You want to finish what you were saying?
Yeah, it's just, I think it's one of those situations where, hey, remember we have something of yours. So before you make any type of moves, think about that. Before you keep pulling out, taking money from our country, cutting us off from some different things, think about that. I mean, I just think that's what
Right.
it is. And if there were other people there, the same thing would have happened in some way, shape, or form. She was just the unfortunate one that they were able to get to. That's why they're parading her out with pictures and all that.
Right. Aunt, what do you think about it? I don't know if you were here. Whenever I said what happened, but Russia has said that they're going to hold on to Brittany Griner at least until May 19th. Anthony.
I think he's muted or frozen or both.
He's definitely muted.
Okay, Tyler. Are you there? Yeah, your signal's bad. Tyler,
I'm
what are
lagging
your
real
thoughts on
bad.
this?
Either I'm lagging or somebody else is lagging. But I know I'm lagging real bad.
Yeah, my thoughts, it's terrible. It's hard to even, it's so unpredictable, right? Because she got caught there, out of all places. So I'm hoping, I'm just being hopeful that we get
I
her
don't even got
back.
no thoughts on it. She shouldn't have been doing it in the first place.
You don't know if she's guilty.
Cutthroat like that.
You know that she's guilty? You know for a fact that she's guilty?
I'll be honest, Aunt. Like, to me, like I kind of thought that when it first happened. I thought the same process as you did. I was like, well, come on, Brittany, like, come on a little bit, be a little bit, know where your area is. But now when I look at it, I'm just sympathetic for her. I hope she's okay.
To your
I
point,
hope
guys.
because we don't know what her mental health's going to be like after all this too. When she does come back,
Yeah, that's a good point.
She could be in bad shape. She could just be like scarred for life.
How much do you guys trust this system to be performing an ethically thought out process? Those could have been
with what's going on.
Right.
Right.
So
No, that's what I'm
those
saying.
that could have been planted on her. That could have been
true.
Something that been used to get her. Like, this is not exactly like a ethical situation in terms of who we're dealing with.
Right. Jahan, your thoughts?
Free Brittany Griner. First off, I want to say that. I had made a joke that Russia was colluding against the Mercury to prevent DT from getting the title. But all that aside, all jokes aside, I'm worried about Brittany. It's more so worried, concerned, because she's in another country. But the fact that she had to be there, the fact that, like, she's making 4 times her salary playing in Russia than she is in the
Right.
United States. And she's a star here in the United States. So the fact that she even had to be in a position to where she's playing over there because she's a millionaire in Russia.
Right. That's true.
This is it's sad. It's sad on a lot of aspects because if you're making what is the equivalent of what a star should be making in the professional ranks, then she wouldn't be over here in the first place, and this would be a non-story. So
Right.
the other fact of the matter is we don't know. It's too many holes. It's could this have been planted? Could this have been hers? And she just was, superstar
Slipping.
skating the rules or trying to skate the rules. We don't know, and we can't really judge on it because we don't know. All we do know
Right.
is they're not allowing her to come home until May 19th at the earliest. The Mercury are going to struggle without her from a basketball standpoint. But like you
Just,
alluded
I
to,
think her leadership, just being there, like I think it's going to be a high stressful situation for her teammates, knowing that.
and they're worried about her. And they're worried about her.
It's not like she's out because of injury, and you're like, dang,
Yeah.
we're
They're worried about her and her safety. They're worried about her and her safety too. Like that's gonna play a huge part in the Mercury early season.
It messes with their chemistry.
Yeah, so I expect them to struggle. I definitely do. I think that'll be a telling turning point though when she does eventually come stateside because she's going to. I'm not gonna say if, it's a matter of when.
Right, yeah, speaking it into existence.
And then I think when she does, I think we're gonna see less star involvement overseas. I think
at least in Russia for sure. I said at least in Russia for sure.
Yeah, I think maybe the Turkeys will still have the league that they're having, but I don't think you'll see.
I don't know, and even Turkey has their tournament issues. You know what I mean?
I think
because they go to war too.
I think Jay made a good point. This was a political move. This was a move to make sure the U.S. does not get involved in what they're trying to do with Ukraine. They're like, we have one of yours. So if you mess with us, she will be no longer. And I think this was a political move. Like, okay, I got you. So I know you want to jump in and defend Ukraine, but if you do, you will lose her. And I think that was a political move for them. I honestly do.
And shout out to Jay because Jay served for us for our country.
Thank you, Jay.
For damn sure.
So yeah, shout out to Jay on that.
All right, guys. Well, let's move on. Oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I was going to say, let's transition over to the NBA because it's been crazy since the All-Star break. We've seen like 19, 20 performances that were all 40 plus. It seems like every single night we're having one player that's just really going off, getting 40 plus points. And then you have players like Karl-Anthony Towns that are getting 40 plus point or 60 plus points and 17 rebounds. So let's talk about what your favorite one was. And let's start with you, Will.
Well, I'm a huge fan of like Towns, Luka, KD, Ja, but I stuck with Jason Tatum because Jason Tatum earlier this year tied Larry Bird with the most 50-point games in Celtics history with 4. And he's only 24. Again, he's only 24. He's going to get more of those. I guarantee it. And he's gone over 40 plus. Barring injury, exactly. He has gone over 40 plus points 5 times this year. I know it's not the most in the league. I think the most the most in the league is Joel Embiid. But again, this guy's only 24 years old. And also, people said, "Oh, you got to trade Jaylen Brown. They can't work well together." But guess what? When Jason Tatum only drops 14 every so often, Jaylen Brown drops 20-something. They work well together. They mesh well together. They get along great. And ceiling's the roof for Jason Tatum. I personally think he's going to be known as a top 5 Celtic of all time when he retires. Not the greatest Celtic, but top 5.
Wow.
Bold
top 5 Celtic.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Barring injury.
Okay.
Barring injury.
I mean, that's a That's a tough list right there because they're just such a legendary franchise.
He better get himself a ring soon, bro.
What's
you
that?
need a couple, Tyler. You need a couple of those rings. Honestly, that's a tough.
Like, I know you got Bill Russell and Sam Jones and KG and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen and those guys. But, dude, I think top 5, top 10, he'll be a top 5, top 10 Celtic of all time.
I'm about to say, you got to think about
violence right now.
Fire take. Choosing violence
Larry
right
Joe.
now.
Don't forget Larry Joe Bird, Kevin McHale.
I know. There's so many good ones.
Robert
say top
Parrish.
5.
Right.
I meant top 10. I'm sorry. I spoke too
soon. When you say top 5, I'm like, okay, top 10.
Right. Okay. No, top 10.
Okay.
Top 10 is very believable. Top 5 is tough.
Top 5, he would have to win like 7 rings in the next like 15 years.
Okay, Joseph, talk to me about your favorite 40-plus performance and tell me why it was your favorite and why.
I'm just hyped to be on this show.
2 words. Kyrie Irving. I think more so because I can see an anger in his eyes. I can see a guy that has heard all year long that he is going to be the reason why his team fails. He is going to be the reason why his team will never get to the next level. He's the reason why Philadelphia is now a title favorite because they got James Harden. And he did a 60-point performance after dropping 50-plus like a couple games before. So it's as if, yes, it is definitely against minimal competition. However, once they seen him going off, when he gets into his arsenal, when he gets into his bag, he is literally one of the most versatile, most lethal scorers in this game. And it came on the heels of Kevin. He came on the heels of Kevin Durant dropping 50-plus. I look at it because he has a point to prove. He is out here proving to people that, yes, the Tylers of the world who say he is crying and he's this and he's that.
You're right. It's Kyrie.
Kyrie. He is proving. He is proving to people that if this law continues to change, which it looks like it's going to be, I'm going to remind you who I am. I may not be a LeBron James, but I still am a reason why people coveted me so much. Boston coveted him. Brooklyn coveted him. I'm going to show you why I am who I am. And the thing is, he got his within before the 9-minute mark or the 10-minute mark in the fourth quarter. If he wanted to, I'm pretty sure he could have hit 80. I'm pretty sure.
Right. Oh,
that would make me cry. I'm a Hornets fan. Don't say those words.
Okay, and I'm not the biggest Kyrie fan, but I will say this: before KD got there, or when KD was injured that season before he could play, but he was a part of the team. He took them to the playoffs, and he was the reason that they were in the playoffs. Like Kyrie was the reason that they were in the playoffs, and it was never anything. I don't want to take anything away from his skill set because his skill set is up there. It's ridiculous.
His ball
not that. And I don't care.
insane.
I don't care that he's weird. I don't care that he burns sage. I burn sage. That doesn't make you weird. It's just I felt like he bailed on his teammates in this particular situation. But I will say this. He told you from the beginning what he was not gonna do, and he hasn't swayed from it. So I tell you what, I respect him for standing on that hill.
And how many people we know across this world that feel the exact same way about vaccinations in this world? I'm pretty sure we've came across people that are just as staunch. So
everybody that went to public school, you took vaccinations. You had to take vaccinations to go to school. Yes. He took vaccinations to go to school. They're in the city where he's at.
And to your point, though,
that's where he grew up at, and so
he must be an asset to a point because if the team really felt like he was detrimental to them winning, and knowing that he wasn't being vaccinated, why is he playing now? Like, why would you play a guy that you know is going to be detrimental to your team's success because he's not trying to get vaccinated? They know they can't win at all, or even have a chance to win without him on the team.
Agree. Okay, so we'll stay on topic. Cool. What is your favorite 40-plus game out of these performances since the All-Star game, and tell me why it meant so much to you.
There's 2. Remember a few weeks ago when I said that Brooklyn can beat whoever they play if they're the 8th seed. And everybody was like, no, 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 no.
Oh no, I
The
agree.
reason that they can do that is because they have two gentlemen on that team that can score a 50 McNugget whenever they want to. And that's Kevin Durant or Kyrie. So if Kevin Durant's going to be the one that's going to do it for home games because Kyrie can't play, Kyrie can give you 30 to 50 every game on the road. So that's what makes it so impressive to me. And I saw this earlier in the season. These two guys healthy can carry a team. And then if
Yes.
you're doing it this way where Kyrie's not able to play home games, okay, he's not able to play home games. So the games that you play on the road, you snap. You go out there
Right.
and you score
You're gonna
35,
have to.
40, 50 a game. Yeah.
You're
Then
gonna have to.
that allows KD to be able to sit back on those games and chill and drop like 20, right? But then when you're at home, KD's like, oh, green light all day. Let me get it. That's going to be a difficult team to beat when it comes to the
Come
playoffs when
play
you
him.
have those two guys that can do what they want to do any game. And say KD gets hot, right? And then Kyrie doesn't even have to do as much for a series. KD gets hot,
Right.
it's trouble. If Kyrie gets hot, it's still trouble. So there's going to be a lot of difficulty to try to beat the Brooklyn Nets, even though they're going to be a low seed because of all the injuries and all the turmoil and different stuff they've had this year. The playoffs come, they're going to be dangerous.
Okay, Tyler. Oh no, I'm sorry. Cool. You had one more. Talk to me about your next one.
No, that was it. KD and
Oh,
Kyrie.
okay.
That was it.
Katie and Kyra. Okay. Tyler,
Yeah.
talk to me about which one impressed you the most.
It's been a lot of great performances, so I don't know if any of them are wrong.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
don't think it was a wrong choice.
I'll say Towns, because of what Towns kind of has done to his narrative. Like he had this narrative of being a soft player and that he wasn't, a great big man to have, and he's kind of just became a better shooter. Okay, whatever. People are going to say that about me. I'm just going to shoot better. And now he's starting to grab rebounds and having double-digit rebounds. So I say the 60 and 17. I'm impressed with Minnesota. This is a team that literally has the number one pick almost every season in the draft. So,
Right. And they finally got some traction.
I just got to be real with them that they're ass, they for so long they picked Johnny Flynn over Steph Curry. They've made so many mistakes, and now you're looking at them and it's like Anthony Edwards has brought out a better version of Karl Anthony Towns.
Can I say something
No,
to Tyler's point? If we
Go
have
ahead.
time. I agree with 100% with KD and Kyrie. What Cool said, because those guys are top 20 players in the league, and then going on to Towns, guy has been through so much the last few years. He lost 8 relatives to COVID. His mom passed away. His dad I think his dad passed, or just 8 relatives. And you know what? That Minnesota team is pretty darn good. D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Cat. If they get a few more pieces, shoot, that team could be scary in a few years.
Absolutely agree. Jahan, talk to me about your favorite one and why is it Kyrie?
Well, I mean, I just felt like that was poetic justice. Like
Sure.
all the talk, all everything. It was just like, look, I'm gonna give you this 60 piece.
But against
So that
our
was,
boys.
yeah, but it was just like, look, man, I'm gonna do
It's
this. I'm gonna do
poetry.
this for the people. Put on for my city. I sat and watched KD drop a 50 big piece McNugget, and then I'm gonna come back the very next game and do a 60. So it
And
was like,
like in 2 games before that, he had just dropped like 45 or something like
yeah.
that too. So I
So
mean,
I
he's
mean,
got
I don't
multiple
even know.
spots.
It was
It's
just
poetry
great.
in motion.
Yeah, it was just
Poetry
great.
in motion.
But shout out to Towns, man. All the crap that he gets, he's soft.
Man, I just got a little bit of a turning update that I just want to be in there. St. Peter's is hanging with Kentucky, man.
Tie, 58, 58.
I'm watching
They are
right
hanging.
now.
Yeah, I got it
I'm
on
watching
now
it.
on my phone.
I'm
I'm
watching
watching
that
New
right
Mexico
now.
State and
I got it
UConn.
on my phone right now.
I'm watching it.
Nice.
I gotta say,
I put
my
it right
favorite
in
one
front of
was
my-
the Karl Anthony Towns one, and just know for me to say that it's unbiased because it was against my team, So I feel like if anyone, I would discredit him because it was my team. But for me, I got to credit him because of that. In spite of it being on my team, I'm not going to look at it and be like, oh, I'm not going to report on it because it was against my team. But I got to report on it because, I mean, he did it. He's just really kind of shut down the naysayers. Like everybody talks about he's soft. And while there are moments when I felt like this is absolutely true, I think Anthony Edwards came to the team, just like Jay was saying. Anthony Edwards came to that team and was like, man, if you don't step up, I'm taking this team over, and this is not going to be your team. So Cat had to step it up. He had to go in there and be aggressive in the lane. And that's why those 17 rebounds on top of 60-plus points. Then on top of that, 32 points in one quarter. 32 points in
Insanity.
one quarter. Like, that's so impressive. So for me, I gotta swallow a little bit of crow when it comes to calling him soft and just say, man, he's really showing out this season. And I'm happy that he's able to push past that in his career. And he's got to keep that same tenacity and some aggressiveness. And he's really gonna go far. I mean, not saying like to the league, like that is far, but he could really do something within his career if he keeps the same mindset.
Well, yeah, and he's shooting the lights out this season. He won the He won the 3-point contest. What? Go ahead.
Average wise, there's not a much difference between last year and this year as far as points. But I think his clutch points have gone up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't dropping 60 in a game last year.
No. But I'm saying like average.
Average, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So, I don't think I don't think he's gonna get a higher average when they're adding pieces though. When Minnesota's getting better. I mean, the reason why I think it's impressive with Karl Anthony Towns is because Minnesota's playing with house money. No one expected the Timberwolves to be good.
Right.
Because every year, Jahan, we talk about this all the time. We say, wow, that's a really hard franchise to, that's a really hard team to root for because it's just sad year after sad year after sad year.
Right.
Also, shout out to Curry for 47 on his birthday.
Right.
Yeah, but the news, I was heard about his news today, though.
Yeah.
That's the game I'm watching right now, J2. It's in the background. I keep checking it.
Isn't it a left foot sprain out for the year?
Yeah, it's a left foot sprain. Hold on, guys. On this list, we have Karl Anthony Towns. We got Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, Jokic, Giannis, Tatum, Curry, Embiid, James, Giannis again,
Josh
James
Hart,
again, Durant, Brown, Embiid, Irving, Giannis again, Durant, Jokic, Harden,
Josh Hart.
Hold on, he's at the bottom of the list. Hold on, he's on the list. Hold on.
He should be at the bottom.
There's been 25. There's been 25 games since the All-Star break that were 40-plus points.
I wonder
James,
what the record
Hart,
is.
Luka, and then Nikola Jokic. So Jokic is on there 3 times. Giannis is on there 4 times. Irving's on there a couple of times. So super impressive performances, definitely.
So the one thing
guys,
I will
let's move
say,
over.
Go ahead. Sorry, can I just say one thing? The one thing I will say about the Nets between them two is both Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving just said, when one of us is out, we can still carry this team.
Very true.
Very, very true.
Yeah, no, Curry has gone to the postseason. I fully believe that too. All right, well, let's jump into the tournament. Let's talk about the ones that we're watching right now. New Mexico State is at 61 and UConn is at 60. There is 52 seconds left in the second half. What was the update on the other one?
64-62 Kentucky as we speak. 4 minutes, 57 seconds left. There's 2 free throws for Kentucky as we speak.
Make it 64-62. St. Peter's just scored. I like these games.
I think yours is behind me. I think you're behind me, dude.
Oh, dang. What's the score now?
It is 64-62. I just said that. Now it's 65-62.
Okay. So a couple of
I just want to remind everybody that UNC won 95-63. Thank you.
Go Heels, baby. Yes, sir.
Okay, so New Mexico State is the 12 seed. UConn is the 5 seed. St. Peter's is the 15 seed. Kentucky is the 2 seed. So we've got 2 really exciting games going on right now. Upset can happen. UNC,
SMC
like
is
y'all
not
just
playing.
said.
I said SMC is not playing.
SMC.
They're up 57. Yeah.
Oh, St. Mary's.
That's I'm glad he brought that up because I was going to get ready to say that because a lot of people. I was in a debate with one of my friends about who to take in the NFL draft. I mean NBA draft, whatever. And he was really kind of getting on Chet Holmgren with Gonzaga because of how they lost to St. Mary's. He was like, against a competition like St. Mary's, you shouldn't be getting dominated. Yet St. Mary's is beating a Power 5 school handily right now.
They're a good team. They're
a really good team.
Yeah, I mean they're 5 seeds, so they should be the 12. They don't always, but they should be the 12.
Well, but it's that 5-12 matchup, and we all know how those.
Yeah, but we've already had one upset. Of course, not the one I picked.
Moving to that one, Colorado State, that was a 6-11. Colorado State got beat by Michigan in the very first game today, 75-63. Did anybody expect that one?
Yeah,
I had Colorado State winning, but
yes,
I'm not
and
surprised because it's Michigan.
I had Michigan.
I had two brackets, so I picked both. I switched, so I guess yes and no.
Right.
But Richmond, the Spiders,
with
though,
them two brackets because
Richmond Spiders are scary, dude.
They took care of Iowa.
Okay, and then so that was the next one. What Jay was talking about, Richmond beat Iowa.
What?
5-12 matchup.
That wasn't an upset to me. Like
Courtney.
That wasn't an upset to me.
Okay. I don't know.
Right? Okay.
It wasn't an upset to you. Well, I just knew that I expected Richmond to be pretty good, honestly.
I did too.
They have 4 or 5 fifth-year seniors on that team, so they have a lot of experience with each other. So I wasn't too surprised by that. Michigan, sometimes they find a way. I see you in there, Patrick Lee King. Appreciate you watching the show. Tyler, what was your thoughts on the Michigan game?
I got that one wrong. I got the Richmond one wrong too. So I got them both wrong. So those are my thoughts on it. I thought Iowa would beat Richmond. I mean, the way Iowa was playing at the end of the season, they went all the way, to the Big Ten championship and won it. So I thought they were clicking. Same reason I picked Virginia Tech on my bracket. They went on a run in the ACC, and sometimes you get hot at the right time. I overlooked Richmond. They did beat a very good, Davidson team in their conference championship to get there. They wouldn't have punched a ticket without doing so. And sometimes you just read them wrong. So, yeah, I was surprised by Richmond.
Tyler, what I heard in all of that was that you picked the team over my Texas Longhorns. That's what I heard through all that. Virginia Tech.
Oh, yeah,
Virginia
I did.
Tech.
Well, it's I'm not picking. We've talked about this. It's the women can compete. The men, I'm surprised, made the tournament.
No, I am surprised. Notable teams that didn't make the tournament. Texas A&M, I think, should have been there, and I also think Xavier should have been there.
I agree.
Okay, let's move on to
I probably would have put Xavier in.
I would have put Xavier in. To me, A&M should have been in there. Providence beat South Dakota State 66-57. The Memphis game, they beat Boise State 64-53. I think that's a really important game right there because we saw Gonzaga extremely sloppy today, and that's who they're matched up with next.
I picked Memphis that game. I was confident in them.
And as we know, Penny Hardaway coaches that team. So let's talk about that team and why their defense is so important.
I didn't get to watch the game. I unfortunately couldn't watch the game. I was at work all day.
Oh, okay. No problem. Did anybody else get a chance to see that game?
It was a blowout, so I changed the channel on that one, or went to a different stream, I should say. But so I didn't watch that one, but I kind of figured they were getting super hot at the end of the season too. So I'm not super surprised that Memphis won that. Gonzaga's got to be ready because they kind of played sloppy, at least in the first half against Georgia State. Right. They did pick it up. The thing about Gonzaga is they can kind of just turn it on when they want. But they got to be careful the way they do that because a team like Penny Hardaway's kids and Bates is back, correct? Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be a test for Gonzaga. I don't think it'll be a blowout. I think it'll be a close game on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
When we brought up Richmond, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I know they're in the same conference as Davidson, and I've said this, and I agree with the analysts and people who've said this. Don't be surprised if Davidson beats Michigan State. That's a really, really good Davidson team.
I actually have that. I have that in my bracket, as a matter of fact. So
I have it in one of my brackets for sure.
It's a 10 over a 7, though, Will. Let's not get too crazy on it being an upset. It's a 10 over a 7 there.
Okay,
that's like me saying, you know what? I got Sister Jean and Loyola over the Buckeyes. Like, of course, that's not really an upset, though.
I took Loyola.
Michigan State losing.
So did I, of course.
Listen,
listen, as long as they are wheeling Sister Jean into those arenas, they got a shot to go to the Final Four. I don't even care if they're at 10 seed.
She'll be the one cutting down the nets.
Oh, Jahan, what do you want to say about Davidson? Because we know you're going to bring something biased in here.
Nah, I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased today. I expected chalk this tournament. This is a definite tournament of chalk.
Yeah, well, New Mexico State's about to beat UConn right now. There's another 12.
I mean, overall, everybody's gonna iron itself out. I feel like
I'm with you.
We're not gonna have as many upsets in this one. I think we're top heavy. And
yeah, I completely,
we have been all year.
We have been all year.
Huh?
Yeah, I completely disagree with that sentiment.
Well, I mean, you're entitled to that. Go ahead. Go
Joseph
for
got agree.
Yeah, I think the thing is we're always going to have matchups. So you're talking about chalk, but you have to remember one important thing when you're talking college basketball. These are one and done. So if you get the wrong matchup, if you're a team that's weak in the middle, you don't have a solid anchor on defense, and you play against a team that has one or two solid guys that go down in the post and do what they want to do, sort of like what UNC was able to do today. It doesn't matter if it's a better team. If you can't mitigate the other team's strength, you're going to lose the game. It doesn't matter if you're one playing the 16.
I don't think Marquette was better than us, though.
I don't either, but the point I'm making is the difference in the post was expansive. Manic was in the post getting it in, and we know Manic is a stretch forward. Baycott had his way when he wanted to down low. So that's the thing I'm saying. It's the matchups more so than the numbers, and that's why I feel like it won't be chalk this year, because a lot of teams, they played in conferences, even some of the better conferences, where a lot of people had the same strengths and a lot of people had the same weaknesses. So if a lot of us don't have, 3-point shooting, but then we get against teams that have good 3-point shooting when they're streaky, that's something we haven't been up against a lot. If you go against teams that have more than one really solid big and can pound the ball inside on you, you're not used to that, then that's something that's going to be hard to overcome. So that's why I think you're always going to have some matchups where you're going to have teams that you don't expect to win. That's why we always get at least one 12 beat a 5, because that 12 style contrasts with the 5 so much that they're able to take them out.
Yeah.
So that's why I disagree, sir.
Okay, so coming up tonight, we got Vermont versus Arkansas. Arkansas is the 4 seed. Vermont's the 13 seed.
I got the upset on that one.
Okay.
Give me the
I'm riding with the Vermont Catamounts tonight. They beat Arkansas.
That's a sick name, but I got Arkansas because Arkansas had a surprising year. Shit.
I could like.
I got Arkansas.
State. I know. Like, who expected this out of Las Cruces, New Mexico? Like
I actually lived in Carlsbad, New Mexico for a year, and Las Cruces was like kind of the local college, New Mexico State. It was only an hour.
They winning that game.
Very
in
nice.
both my brackets.
I picked
and it was only like an hour and a half away.
Disrespect my UConn men, but if I hear any of you disrespect my UConn women, we're gonna have problems. I just gotta say that.
I don't got them in the Final Four either, Will.
Yeah,
I don't have UConn in the Final Four either. Not to disrespect them, but
no,
I'm gonna ride with Candace. I'm gonna ride with Candace and say that Kentucky upsets UConn in the Sweet 16.
That's gonna be a really good game.
Ooh.
I got a different.
Rain Howard is going to be probably the number 1 draft prospect after this.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's what I'm predicting.
I can see. Yeah, I can see that. She is a great player.
Okay, so Tyler's going with the upset. That's interesting.
Well,
This is the game
if we're talking women too, you got UConn losing the Sweet 16 to Kentucky. I have the UConn women losing to Indiana in the Sweet 16.
Ooh, interesting.
I've got UConn winning it all. I'm
Okay,
just
no-
confident.
What a shock. Will has the UConn women
tonight-
winning it all. Breaking news.
No,
Right.
but hey, I wouldn't be upset if
Just
we
like
don't
Jahan
win it
talking
all
about Kyrie.
but I wouldn't be upset if we don't win it all because I got mad respect for South Carolina.
South Carolina's a good team.
Don Staley's a hell of a coach. NC State got to go for JJ's cousin Kai Crutchfield. I wouldn't be
But they are
upset.
ballers too.
They're
I'll be honest with you.
balling.
I'll be honest with you. I don't care that this JJ cousin. And when I say that, I'm not saying it like in a negative way. I'm going for it because I think they actually have a good opportunity. I'm not saying, it's JJ cousin. That's what I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that they actually are that good.
Jay, don't say that to me. Jay, I'm not talking to you.
I got $1. Hey.
Okay, the game that I'm actually looking forward to tonight.
Can I just say something real quick? To Cool's point, NC State, like I said, we talked about it earlier before the break, was tied with the South Carolina Gamecocks 6 minutes into the fourth quarter and only lost by 9. In a tournament, if you tell me I only need to play 10 times better for 6 more minutes, I'm banking on NC State to do that. I'm banking on NC State because you're looking at who's the best player in South Carolina. It's Boston, who's the big, right?
Boston.
Kunane is a top big in the league.
But I mean, Zy Cook is really good too. Zy Cook is really good too.
But they also have Raina Perez and Diamond Johnson off the bench.
Right.
And their defense fuels their offense. I honestly believe it's NC State's year. I think they have the most experience. They've beaten every team that everybody thinks is better than them outside of Stanford because they never played them. They beat UConn.
Right.
They've beat South Carolina. They can play with these squads. And in the NCAA tournament, you just need to know that you can compete with these guys. I think we get caught up in South Carolina because Dawn Staley and the number 1 ranking and everything in the matter. But if you give me a 1 game, do or die, I can say without a doubt, South Carolina is not the most dominant team that can't be beaten. They can be beaten.
That win that Kentucky got against them, I think
that's what I was saying earlier about the men.
And it shook the rankings up. Like, I mean, they stayed the same, but what I'm saying is the perspective going into the tournament. Like, everybody's looking at that and they're like, okay, Kentucky's number 16 when they served South Carolina that loss. So if they can do it, we could do it.
I could see if NC
State. This St. Peter's team is fighting, man. They are fighting.
They are
68-66.
I could see NC State. I could see if NC State was down by like 15 points and then just made it close in the end. They were tied with this team in the fourth quarter. They were tied. So it's not like this South Carolina team has been extremely dominant against this team. South Carolina and NC State match up very well. That's why South Carolina is number 1 and NC State is number 4. That's why South Carolina has 2 losses, NC State has 3. There's a reason this team can be better. And I actually have challenged Kai because I think if Kai moves around in the offense and provides that elite level 3-point scoring, that makes them that much more difficult to beat. Because when they beat South Carolina last year, that ball movement and that scoring from inside and outside was there. So I think NC State, and I'm not saying this because she's my cousin. I love her dearly. I love her to death.
You would be watching her if she wasn't.
If she wasn't, I still would say NC State can win it all. Absolutely.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Tyler? What were you gonna say?
Honestly, I forgot what I was going to say. I have NC State in the Final Four, JJ, but I have them losing to Stanford.
I'm losing to Stanford as well.
I picked Stanford to repeat, and I have Stanford against South Carolina in my championship.
I got South Carolina winning, but I got South Carolina Stanford for the championship.
The only reason
I got UConn someone.
The only reason I mentioned South Carolina is I honestly think the left side of the bracket is kind of favored for them. Like, I understood
they coast. They coast all the way.
And it's like I know they struggled against Kentucky, but when I look at their matchups, I'm like, I think South
their
Carolina
hardest game to me before the championship is Louisville.
Now,
I have them playing Baylor. I have them playing Baylor, Jahan.
I have Texas making it to the Final Four in one bracket, and my other bracket is Stanford. So I did a chaos bracket.
NC State.
Everybody can be beat. Anybody can be beat. That's the thing. But South Carolina does, like you said, they have favorable matchups the most of the way through. So that may give them an opportunity to be a little more fresh than some of the other teams. But I mean, it's really anybody's ball game out of those top like 4 or 5 teams. Any of those can really win.
Yeah.
Hey, tell B-Rad, we got a potential North Carolina, Arizona.
Hey,
that's true.
Score up.
That's
score
true.
Update. We're tied.
So back to the games tonight. We've got San Francisco versus Murray State. I'm really excited about that game. I'm rooting for Murray State. Then we got Akron versus UCLA. And then we have Texas Southern versus Kansas. Are any of those teams capable of the upset? I seriously doubt Texas Southern, but what about Akron versus UCLA? Or, San Francisco and Murray State. One's a 10.
Vermont.
Okay, Vermont's the one, huh?
I got no upsets tonight, but can I say something? St. Peter's, Kentucky, we go into overtime.
I saw that.
Overtime. Oh, you guys see that?
But,
71. Is it overtime?
I got no upsets.
Yeah.
I got no upsets tonight.
71-71 with 1 second left.
God dang it. Y'all are ahead of me.
You asked, JJ.
Honey, your service.
Please.
Bro, you behind Bleacher Report.
Is there a game tomorrow that y'all are excited for?
Can you list off the games tomorrow? I can't remember them all. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, we are not listing them all off. Will, you don't have
the big ones. I don't have a
Loyola, Ohio State, Texas Tech, Montana State, which Purdue versus Yale is an interesting one. I know it's a 3-14 matchup right there, but I think that one's kind of interesting.
That kid is super fun to watch. He's going to be in the draft, and I know, JJ, you were talking about Chet Holmgren and stuff. That Ivy kid is nice. I like that kid.
For Yale, what's his name?
Oh, no, I was talking about the Purdue kid. I forget the
Purdue
kid.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think of the games. I just can't think of the games.
Notre Dame.
I think Davidson.
Alabama.
The one I'm really keeping on is Davidson, Michigan State.
Texas plays Virginia Tech at 3:30.
That's an amazing game.
Ohio State plays LSU at 6:20 my time. Let's see. The 5-12 matchup is Houston versus UAB.
Yeah, Alabama, Birmingham.
I got H-Town. In that one.
I do have H-Town. TCU and Seton Hall. That's our close matchup, 8 and 9.
That's a good one. That's a very good. That's going to be a fun one.
TCU.
Sister Jean. That's what I'm excited for. Are you kidding me?
Same. It's the first game of the day. I'm excited for that.
Loyola. And can Ohio State keep choking every single season in the first round? They blew it to Oral Roberts last year. They're about to blow it to the Loyola Ramblers and Sister Jean tomorrow.
Dude, they
what did Duke lose the Cal State Fullerton though? What did that happen?
That'd be hilarious because that is a baseball school. That is what Cal State Fullerton is. In baseball, they are literally ranked every season. They're ranked every season in baseball.
They're so good in baseball.
Just saying. That would be hilarious.
It'd be almost
would
as bad as
be
when
funny.
Duke lost to Lehigh, even though Lehigh had CJ McCollum.
Yeah, I was gonna
Actually,
say,
it would be
real
chill.
quick
just
I
as
was gonna
bad.
say, chill, Will. I had Lehigh on my bracket for CJ that year. Just saying.
I think I did too.
We're
I'm
not
not even gonna
surprised
lie.
about that, Tyler. We're not
Yeah,
surprised
of
by that,
course
Tyler.
not.
Who was the
Yeah.
guy that put Lehigh on the map?
CJ
Yeah,
McCollum.
exactly.
Exactly.
All right, sliding over to the women's side real quick before we're done. As far as matchups for tomorrow, let's see. You got Florida Gulf Coast versus Virginia Tech tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern.
I like that girl
Oh,
from
you're talking.
FG. I like that girl from Florida Gulf Coast.
Love her is the answer, Will. We
Love
love her.
her.
She is
Yes.
going to be the
Yeah.
best player in the WNBA draft next year. Book it. Book it, Eric
Book it.
Wilson.
Love
Are you
her.
watching?
Book it. We got Maryland versus Delaware. Delaware sometimes puts out a decent team. We'll see how that
The
one
Blue
goes.
Hens.
Come on, Turk.
We got Kansas versus Georgia Tech. That's a 8-9 seed game. We got Texas versus Fairfield tomorrow at 8 Eastern. We got Iowa State
Longhorns.
versus Texas Arlington. I'm not too concerned about the first round, and I don't want to come in sounding conceited or anything like that, but it is a 2-15 matchup, and we're riding in hot off of the Big 12 championship. So,
Which was huge.
I'm not super concerned about this matchup, but you got to take them seriously. It's one game at a time in the tournament, so you got to take them seriously regardless.
I'm trying to see where my big upset is because I have a big upset in the women's tournament, but I think it might be Saturday.
Saturday games: K-State versus Washington State, Mercer versus UConn, Villanova versus BYU, Charlotte versus Indiana.
Oh, I know what it is. I got 13 seeded IUPUI taking out Oklahoma and winning in the next round to get to the Sweet 16. I have FG. I have 2 double digits in the Sweet 16 with 13 seeded IUPUI and 12 seeded Florida Gulf Coast because I'm sorry.
Okay, so what do you know? What do you know about this IUPUI that we don't know?
Okay, so it's the first time. So it's the first time the school has ever made the tournament. So these women, and it's a very small town. So all these women are very, very close to each other. The coach is really passionate. I swear, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like Stanford. I picked Stanford last year to win the whole thing because they played all those road games. So they were so close to each other, had to travel together. You build closer relationship. Kind of feel the same way with IUPUI because it's not a sports school, and now the women are in this tournament. I think they make some noise. I'm going to pick them to go Sweet 16.
They're going to lose by 25.
They might, but hey, I'm out here picking. I'm being bold.
I like them because of their.
I like it. I like the pick.
I like them because of their name.
Yeah.
IUPU9. Hold on. Can I address? Can I address Jahan's actual change name? Because last time I checked,
I hate
when you're diving for the ball to get possession, that's not intentionally trying to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
No, he meant to hurt Curry.
Oh, Sadiq Bey is at 49 points. Shut up, Damon. That's
Right.
huge.
I'm happy he got the 49 points, but I didn't win my parlay. So
how many
whatever.
What quarter is it?
No, Will. He did not try to intentionally hurt Steph Curry.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
I
definitely agree. He didn't.
Y'all not going to do my guy Marcus Smart like that. They both went for the ball, and it just happened to have him roll up on his ankle. It was.
Can I say
Kentucky up by 4 now, y'all?
It was not dirty.
Kentucky's up by 4. Sadiq
Can
Bey
I
actually
say something
finished
real
the
quick?
game.
Oh,
Hold
sorry.
on. Sadiq Bey just finished the game with 51 points, 4 assists, and 10 rebounds. So he got a double-double.
Oh, I know.
Points. So
Dom
obviously
is
a career
happy.
high.
I know Dom's happy.
Okay, go ahead, Will.
No, I was kidding. Of course it wasn't.
Hell yeah. Cole Anthony pushed. He got the 5 rebounds.
Who?
Cole Anthony.
I didn't know, but hold on. He didn't get his 18 points.
Y'all talking about y'all's parlays and stuff.
Right. Anybody worry about that.
Megan, everybody else picked but Cole Anthony for me. So that was
Anthony pushed. He got 5 rebounds.
No,
all right,
he
guys,
didn't get
we're
the
gonna
18
call
points.
it a night. It's been an hour. We're gonna call it a night. We will be back with you guys next week for all your tournament information. Anything that you want to talk about, any news in the NBA, WNBA, college world, high school prospects, anything you guys want to talk about. If there's a topic that you, as somebody who watches the show, wants to talk about, please just shoot it to me, DM it to me, and we will definitely get to it. Everybody, give your shout outs real quick. Will, start us off.
Monday nights, NBA Carousel covering the Jazz or the Hornets. Thursday nights, you can find me on here. Sunday nights, you can find me on Basket Bros with Dom DeRubis, Jay Nelson, and Jacob Christner. Shout out to my unconventional Kings fam.
JJ,
I had to, Tyler.
We sipped off and I sipped off. Okay, that's all I'm doing.
He's leaning.
Because I am very much in a bomb mood, and I am about thankful to be on the sip off. I got off early, and my job was trying to tell me to stay a little bit later. I was like, no, I gotta go. And so you can find me on NBA Carousel. You can find me on the Gauntlet. Basically, if I'm available to be on the shows, I can be on the shows. So with that being said, I will sip off.
Okay, cool. I love that.
Cool.
Oh, God.
Cool. You want to lead us shout outs?
Yeah, I'll just slide in behind that and just simply say, talk a lot of basketball tonight. If you check out the playcallersportstalk.com page, we actually dropped our picks yesterday for the NCAA tournament. So that video's there. It's about 26 minutes. So you can check that out. Then tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to talk a lot of NFL free agency. That's going to dominate the conversation. So if you want a little fix of that, you want to talk about that, you want to get into that, check us out tomorrow.
Absolutely. It's been a crazy free agency for the NFL. Tyler, what you want to say?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm dealing with that right now today. You guys can catch me on the Gauntlet on Saturday nights. You can catch me on the NBA Carousel on Monday nights. You can catch me here on the Sip Off on Thursday nights. And you guys can catch me in a little bit as I jump on here to talk about that Devontae Adams trade. I'm about to jump on with Eric Wilson here in a couple minutes.
Me as well.
Okay, right on. I'll see you there. Shout out to IUPUI, shout out to FGCU, and shout out to the Vermont Catamounts.
Okay.
And shout out to the Tar Heels because they spanked today.
I was gonna say, I'd like to start by shouting out the state champions.
Them curls, Denzel. I know you know what those are. These curls, baby.
Champions of North Carolina women's 2A basketball. My alma mater, Salisbury High School, was able to get it done Saturday in the Dean Dome.
Awesome. Ladies or boys?
The girls basketball. That's 5 titles since 2004. Shout out to them. Also shout out to these North Carolina Tar Heels, man. I just, completely dominated the day. Biggest 8-9 win ever. 32 points, his biggest 8-9 win.
Yeah, it was a massacre.
They got the champs. To beat a man, you got to beat the man, according to Ric Flair. So,
all
right, guys.
Where's Ric Flair for? Carolina.
Yeah, what did you say, Will?
Last update. St. Peter's up 3 with 56 seconds left.
All right, I'll let y'all get to that game and make sure you check out the women's tournament. Starts tomorrow too. So y'all make sure while y'all are watching your guys' games, flip back and forth and support both tournaments. Good night, y'all. Thank you so much.
Good night.